And hello everybody, it's Crypto Knights, back for my second video of the day. Wow. Today's been one crazy day. Oh my gosh. Alright, so, first start off with the usual. I am not your financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. This is just my take on the market, my views, what I'm doing, how well I've been performing, or, in today's case, as in, it seems like a common theme from what I'm seeing, because a lot of this caught people off guard, not so well. So, all I have to say is just please do your own research, do your reading, watch your technical analysis videos, get it from multiple sources, and then make your well-educated opinion from there. Also, if you like what you're seeing, go ahead and click that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. And we're going to go on to the chaos that is today. So, as you can see, I finally started up Apex Trader. So, we'll see how that goes. Market's still a little crazy. And we'll move back over here to the 4-hour chart. And as you can see, this day has just been ugly. We're down 12%. At one point, it was like almost 14%. Seems to be some support at 6,400 right now. We'll cross our fingers and see how that goes. But, honestly, with the strength of the bears, it's a very good possibility, in my opinion, we could go down to 6,000. What I did was, since the last video, I had started it back up, I had made some trades, and then I started noticing the market was going crazy again. So I panic sold, and then sold my Bitcoin, put it into USDT, and when it hit about 6,400 and I saw, it kind of stabilizing, I bought back in. So I was able to recover a good portion of what I lost today. So I'm not going to complain on that. And then look at the altcoins, a lot of double digits. To me, if we're depending, the bears might have exhausted themselves. So, we could see a day or two of consolidation, which I'm hoping that we do, and can see a little recovery in the altcoin market and make some serious moolah in the process. But keep in mind, hang on, let me move over here and then refresh this. So crazy volume in today. I haven't seen volume like this in a long time, almost at 20 billion. The Bitcoin dominance did go up to 55% at one point, but we are at 54.7. So I will continue to be cautionary. More than likely, my plan is obviously keep an eye on things tonight while I'm up. But I can guarantee you that tomorrow, before I go to bed, I am going to turn this off and turn the bot off. So just in case, I don't get caught out there. We'll see. I might change that come the morning, but that is my plan for the moment. And as you can see, I am in Discord. I've been following the chat, seeing what people are saying and whatnot. That's another thing I recommend, is go into the Discord channel. You don't even have to download the app. It'll take you, you can do it right through the website. And you'll learn other people's strategies, the way they view things, how well they're doing or how bad they're doing. A lot of good tips in there and a lot of different ideas. And it'll really open your eyes to just how people just look at the market differently and react differently, and some of their results as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of there for a moment. Alright, so when you click the link that I have available in the section down below, it'll bring you to here. Now I already used it, but you'll see a 7-day free trial. So if you're just signing up, go ahead and give it a shot. That way you can see how you enjoy it. Unlike Crypto Hopper, it doesn't limit you in any way. You have full use of the bot just like you would if you had paid for it, which one of the things I liked. So it will go through and tell you how to set up the API keys, which I'm not going to go into just because that's my API keys, and anyone can get a hold of that at that point, and that just spells disaster. But it's pretty simple. Just follow the instructions and you're good to go. So next, what you're going to want to do is one of two things. You can either create your own strategy and go from there, or you can go to the Strat Center and pick your strategy from there. Read the descriptions. They're pretty thorough on what the targets are and what each strategy does. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my strategies, and we'll pick Venom. So this is what, when you go into this, what it looks like. So you can name it. Oops, that's my alarm. And then you have your description, and then you have to pick your candle style. You have standard, and then these two. Most of them are standards. I don't know much about these. I'm still learning all the different strategies and way things are looked at. So you can do your own research on that, and if you know them and there's something that works for you, go for it. You have your market types. You got sideways, bullish, and bearish. So you can make up 3 different strategies based upon different market types. Trigger strategy. So that'll be for another tutorial, but if you click this, then you can use that strategy for your trigger. Your buy types, you have 2 options. You got your trailing buy and your last tick. You can choose either limit or market. You can choose your percentage on when to buy the price. So if you're doing a trailing buy, that's when you really want to use it, at least in my opinion. The length of time it should be open, cool down period, etc., etc. So again, you can go with a pre-made strategy, or you can go with your own, and then you just you can play with them to how you like. You're going to have to test them out. You can put the server or the bot into test mode, and it'll test it real time. Same thing with sell type, percent profit or your profit trail, whichever you want to do. Stop loss, I have my stop losses enabled. I did adjust this a little bit. So I set my stop losses at 2.5%. And then when it is triggered, it gives that symbol a 30-minute cooldown. And then you have your triggers. So just like any other bot, you have to kind of pick your strategies on the buys and sells. So, if we were to add an indicator, there you go. You have your list right there. You just pick which one you want, and then you can click on it and set your stats the way you want it, and then you're good to go. And you said, so this is, so in this case, for the bot to buy anything, it needs to have all 3. Now you can have more than that and have it go off at 2 or 3. Again, practice your, play with your strategies. Use one of the ones that are given, and then from there you create your bot. And I'll show you in settings real quick. And then you choose which strategy you want. I'm using triggers right now, but you can set your main strategy. And then from there you set your total allocation, minimum order, number of minimum positions, number of positions per symbol. I only choose 1. Some people do multiples. It's all, again, a matter of preference. You can set it up a percentage allocation. You have lots of options. And then, of course, you have your keys, or your tokens and your coins. This is what I like. You can choose like by volume, percent change, append open position. So if you change something, you can click on this, and it'll make sure to keep track of any open positions you have, even though you might not be following the coin anymore. Or you can just select all of them, whatever floats your boat, or you can just choose them individually, on whatever coins you want, and then you hit update, and you have the beginning of your bot. So, basic run through. I'm not going to go too much in depth on, different strategies and stuff, because it's all a personal preference. It's all on what you want to do, what you're looking for out of the market. Don't be afraid to try new things, but I would recommend before putting it live, You can choose mode, and you can choose test mode. And test mode, you put in whatever amount of money you want, and it'll run through for as long as you want and give you the results as if you were live trading, which I think is pretty cool. I like that because, as we all know, markets change from 1 minute to the next, from one day to the next, and back testing a month or even 6 months behind might not be what's going on with the market right now, obviously. So, but again, I also recommend going into the Discord channel, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Everyone I've spoken to on there so far has been uber friendly, extremely helpful. Anytime I've seen someone ask questions, you will get several people who are going to give them an answer. Lots of really experienced people in there. They know what they're doing, and they have a lot of knowledge. So don't be afraid to speak up and tap into that knowledge. I did decide to try a different strategy, just because I was curious. So we're going to see how this runs for the next couple days. I do like the Venom strategy, so if you're looking for a recommendation, I played with it. I like it. It seems to work better with ETH than with BTC, but it does work well with BTC as well. But it works better with Ethereum, in my opinion, and from what I've seen in Discord as well, a lot of people have that as well. So I'm trying the Bone Comma. We'll see how that goes. It's a little bit different than Venom's strategy, and we'll see how that goes. But from what I've seen in Discord, a lot of people have had success with that as well. I'm still kind of looking for something that's right spot on, and eventually, I'll try to put together my own strategy. But right now, I'm still kind of learning, and and seeing what other people do, what they choose, and why they choose it, I think is important for learning as well. So that's my part one of my brief tutorial I have on getting set up with Apex Trader. If you have any questions, feel free to leave something in the comment, and if I can answer it, I'll answer it, or I can find out for you. Or if you have your own personal strategies you like that you want to share, feel free to throw those in the comments as well. And I'm even up for, if you put together a strategy and you want a second opinion of it, I'll be more than happy to give it a shot and let you know. So I hope you guys didn't get too wrecked today. I got lucky, again, that I woke up early. I was able to catch the rest of this waterfall and still make a profit off of it. So I try to work with multiple strategies for good or bad. And one of my personal strategies is, when this type of thing happens, to just get out of my positions and then turn around and sell my Bitcoin into USDT to hold that amount of money, and then once the dust seems to settle, buy back in. So even though, yes, you may have $400 when you sold it, but when it drops $1,000, that $400 puts you into a higher position with Bitcoin, which in turn gives you more positions to play with on your bot. So I kind of run a multi-strategy in and outside of my Apex Trader. So again, if you guys like this video, give it a like. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and y'all have a good evening.